Welcome everyone to this full review of the 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9, where we'll dive into performance, design, interior and technology, and all the good aspects that make this three-row electric SUV stand out. If you're looking for a family-friendly EV with cutting-edge tech, comfortable ride, and impressive range, the Ioniq 9 merits serious consideration. Performance and driving experience. The Ioniq 9 is built on the brand's dedicated electric platform, the Electric Global Modular Platform, or EGMP, which underpins much of Hyundai's and Kia's recent EVs. Under the skin, you'll find a 110.3 kilowatt-hour battery pack across the range. You have choices of powertrain, a rear-wheel drive single-motor setup, and one or two all-wheel drive dual-motor versions offering significantly more power. In terms of acceleration, the performance AWD version rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 4.9 seconds in testing. Even the AWD long-range trims are very respectable for a large three-row vehicle, around 6.2 to 6.7 seconds depending on wheels. Driving dynamics-wise, reviewers note that despite its size, the Ioniq 9 drives with composure and a refined ride quality. For example, the self-leveling dampers, torque vectoring system, and low center of gravity from the underfloor battery all help the car feel less like a hulking SUV and more like a composed large vehicle. The ride is described as plush, quiet, and surprisingly agile for what is a big 7-seat electric. Charging capability is also strong. Thanks to 800-volt architecture, the Ioniq 9 can support ultra-fast DC charging, which makes it more practical for longer trips. Onboard tech such as regenerative braking is well implemented, and you've got multiple driving modes: normal, eco, sport, plus customizable My Drive to tailor the behavior. Towing capacity is up to 5,000 pounds, about 2,270 kilograms for the AWD version, which is strong for an EV of this class. Overall, the performance package is one of the strong suits of the Ioniq 9. You get a large three-row SUV that doesn't compromise seriously on speed, range, or usability. Design and exterior styling. The Ioniq 9 carries forward an aero-aesthetic language, a term Hyundai uses, with bold, futuristic styling cues. From the front, you'll notice a distinctive lighting motif, pixel-style LED daytime running lights, and sweeping surfaces. Pop-out door handles in some markets, and an active air flap front end. The drag coefficient is quite good for a vehicle of this size, around 0.259 CD, thanks to the underbody cover and aerodynamic optimization. Side and rear views emphasize a modern, minimal silhouette, but with the presence expected of a large electric SUV. Inside, the lounge-like design continues. The cabin is spacious with long wheelbase, flat floor thanks to the EV architecture, and large glass areas providing good outward visibility. Reviewers commented that despite its size, the Ioniq 9 doesn't feel overly large behind the wheel. Material selection is good, though some reviewers noted certain surfaces feel less premium than expected in spots. The design feels forward-looking rather than just derivative of ICE SUVs, which goes a long way in making it feel like a next-gen vehicle. Interior comfort and technology. One of the standout aspects of the Ioniq 9 is interior comfort and technology. The seating configuration is either 6 or 7 occupants depending on how you set up the second and third rows. In the premium calligraphy trim, you get relaxation seats in the first 2 rows, with reclining, leg rest, ventilation, and heating in some markets. The second row may include swiveling seats that face the third row, depending on configuration, a rare luxury in 3-row SUVs. Rear visibility, third-row access, and overall passenger space are all very good for the category. While the third row is naturally a bit tighter, it doesn't feel like an afterthought. Tech-wise, you'll find dual 12.3-inch displays for the instrument cluster and infotainment, modern, crisp graphics, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, multiple USB-C ports, and the latest in connectivity. The charging ports, large boot space, and smart folding seat configurations enhance usability. In one real-world report, a user completed a 1,000-mile road trip in the Ioniq 9 and found the ride serene and quiet, with plenty of room for passengers and luggage. Materials: acoustic glass in front rows, active noise control borrowed from Genesis brand, self-leveling suspension, all combining to a very refined cabin experience. Another plus, the flat floor and low center of gravity from the EV architecture yield improved legroom and better occupant comfort than many large SUVs. Practicality-wise, storage areas, big boot space, good passenger room and advanced driver assist systems make it family-friendly. The minimal design doesn't sacrifice usability. You still have physical climate controls, large seats, and accessible second and third row. Range charging and usability. For an electric family SUV this size, range and charging are critical, and Hyundai has delivered well. According to test data, depending on the version, the range is up to 335 miles for the RWD model. Real-world reports confirm long-distance usability. One driver covered over 200 miles, still had nearly half battery left. The fast charging capability using 800-volt architecture means shorter stops on longer trips. One user observed charging 64 kilowatt-hours in 25 minutes at a 350 kilowatt charger. For home charging and walk-in distances, it behaves like any premium EV. Also, because of the large battery size and high charging rate, you have more flexibility for longer family trips rather than just urban use. Assigning the Ioniq 9 to daily driving and longer weekend excursions is very much feasible. Good aspects and highlights. Here are the strong points of the Ioniq 9 in bullet form, and then we'll tie them together in narrative. 3-row seating for 6 or 7 passengers, with spacious interiors suitable for families. Strong performance, even large SUV size, yet fast acceleration, composed ride. Large battery, good real-world range, fast charging capability make it practical for longer trips. Premium cabin feel, quiet, refined, high-tech, comfortable seats, and great connectivity. Bold, futuristic design that sets it apart from more normal SUVs. Usability, good towing capacity for an EV in its class, flat floor gives good interior space. Advanced driver assist features, modern charging infrastructure compatibility. Excellent ride comfort combined with competent handling. You don't feel like you're driving a boat. Narrative. When you combine everything, the Ioniq 9 succeeds in delivering what family EV buyers want: space, comfort, technology, and long-range usability, without feeling like you sacrificed dynamic performance or style. The big 3-row EV category is still maturing, but Ioniq 9 stands out by not simply being electric, but by being very good as a large SUV first and electric second. For anyone stepping up from an ICE SUV to EV and needing 3 rows, the Ioniq 9 makes a compelling case. Considerations and minor trade-offs. No vehicle is perfect, so it's worth noting a few things. Because it's a large vehicle, maneuvering in tight urban environments or narrow parking garages may be less convenient compared to smaller SUVs. Reviewers noted that turning circle is large. Some interior materials and certain trim levels may not feel as premium as ultra-luxury rivals. While charging is very good, as with all large battery EVs, the time cost of charging when you don't have ultra-fast infrastructure can still be a factor. As it's a new model, for markets including the US, availability, resale value, incentives, and service network may vary. Pricing. Being a flagship 3-row EV means it carries a premium. Buyers will want to ensure the value equation works for them. Final thoughts. In summary, the 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9 is an excellent all-around electric 3-row SUV that balances performance, design, comfort, and usability in a very strong package. If you're a buyer who needs the space for family, values modern technology, wants long range and fast charging, and you want it wrapped in a stylish, cutting-edge design, the Ioniq 9 should be high on your list. It ticks most of the boxes. Up to 335 miles of range in the RWD version, 4.9 seconds 0 to 60 in the top trim, premium interior, strong ride quality, and 3-row usability. Hyundai has clearly aimed to deliver an electric SUV that doesn't feel like a compromise or a first electric try, but rather a mature, compelling product. In that sense, the Ioniq 9 is among the best options currently in the large EV SUV space.